everyone, welcome back to Rewritten. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Alex. And if you've ever thought, wow, these two share way too much, there's no exceptions today, you're in the right place.
Yes, you are. This is where we take life's little dramas, the big ones and the really weird ones, and apparently rewrite the script with honesty, laughter, and the odd bucket.
Oh, you actually said a word, a naughty one already. How many seconds? Oh, we're in the first minute. That's a record. Before we get into today's chat, big shout out to our lovely sponsors at IPHM for supporting us and making sure we keep our mics on and our coffee hot. Speaking of which, I don't have a coffee.
I haven't got a coffee.
It is hot out though.
Ooh. It is so hot today.
It's hot in, hot out.
We're not taking our clothes off. Right, before we get...
Mine are nearly off.
Oh, I know. I got a right eye full of your cleavage then. You know, just before the podcast started, literally, Alex lifted up and I felt my head going. I felt like I was in your boobs.
Well... It's better than what Prima magazine did to them, where it got rid of them fully last Christmas. So yeah,
they blurred your cleavage.
Blurred my cleavage. We'll go on to that in another episode.
Yeah, I'd have been gutted about that. But yes, anyway, how has your week been, Alex?
Do you know what? I had a week off last week, so I had quite a relaxing week, although I didn't realise just how tiring a week off can be when you've got a 9-year-old that wants to go and see the world in 5 days. But I had a lovely time, lovely week off. We went to the zoo. I went to a bike track in the park. I went trampolining and I got on, proving that my pelvic floor exercises do work. What else have I done?
I am impressed.
I did trips out to the park in the rain, put a raincoat on because in the lovely words of somebody wise, there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing. And
wise person here, just in case you didn't clock on, guys.
And I didn't want to steal it as my own because we all know how that works out, especially if you've ever listened to Be Sober's podcast.
I know that happens. Alex repeats something, right? And then somebody will like type a comment and go, oh, I love Alex said. And I'm like, oh, that was mine. Although you do say a lot of amazing things and it is usually true. But when it is mine, that's why it gets me because I think, no, that one was mine.
But to be fair, I try now to go, Lisa said this. I do try to credit you for it. But yeah, so yeah, lovely week. Thank you. What about you?
Yeah, it's different. There's a lot of adjustments going on, I think, at my place. So I came back.
It's different.
Yeah, I came back from a holiday of quite peace, but I was ready actually to spend some time on my own. I don't know whether you remember me saying, like, because Rob had been off and he worked really long hours. So the holiday was amazing, but I was ready to like just have a bit of me time. I'm an only
How did that work out for you?
I need that time. Well, then my daughter and my granddaughter moved in, like literally the day we got back off holiday. And it's so beautiful having them at home. Like Beth, that's my eldest daughter, is our dream. She's so helpful. And like, honestly, even she keeps saying it's so normal to be back home. I wake up to Isabella in the morning, like I get up and then I can hear her getting up and at the top of the stairs, she'll be going, Grandma, and then I look and she like looks at me and goes, I'm here, I'm awake. And we have to have like a big good morning, which is amazing.
Aren't they amazing kids, the way that the world is just so like every single day they're amazed by the world. Like we lose that, don't we, if we don't train it.
We do, and it's really sad. And I think, you know, like when you hear grandparents say it's different and you're like, oh, like you just don't get it. And I don't think until you become one, and it is, you get to relive life through a child's eyes, if you like. And
as a wiser adult. I found that though when I had Abel later in life. I think that's why I do put myself out a little bit more than I did do with the other two. I do feel a bit bad about that, but I do give more, I think, to him. One of my clients today, actually, she came in and she has just been made a grandma last week, and I just said, "Oh, how is the baby?" And she's like, "It's amazing." She said, "Can't believe the bond between us. Like, I would throw myself in front of a bus for her."
Yeah. It is incredible. I love it, and I do. And every morning says that she's such a happy, beautiful little girl. I love it. It's really, really nice. But obviously, I get to spend a bit of time on my own, and I'm not finding that space to do it. So there's and then Rob was off for another week, so his son was over and Beth had moved in, so I was bedless for a couple of nights.
And I guess all the people that would normally visit Beth in her own home are now visiting her in your home.
No, they're not actually. No. Well, apart from my son who lives on the drive in the motorhome, he's appearing.
Another episode there.
Yeah. He's appearing a lot more. So yeah, and busy at work, and I think just craving a little bit of time. But I did go to the lakes this weekend. I escaped in the van, which was beautiful. It was really nice. And I've got a new aura ring, and it was showing me how relaxed I was. And then I come back on Monday and it was flashing up that I'd had 6.5 hours of high stress.
Oh no. Do you know my watch does that sometimes when I'm sat in the organ loft on a Sunday? And I don't, this week it was Monday, I had a funeral to play, and I genuinely didn't feel that stressed, but it was relax, will you? And I checked my heart rate and it was over 90. I was just sat there.
Well, what I did love actually about the aura ring is it was saying about stress, you can still sometimes have it can show high stress even when you're doing things that you enjoy. So it's just still important to kind of take the deep breaths and to take some time to relax.
Well, that's what I did, weirdly. I had a few moments of breathing, because I think stress and excitement are very, very similar patterns out there.
Yeah.
But either way, you still release too much stress hormone, so you've got to bring yourself down. And especially when you consider my resting heart rate has dropped to 47 over the last few months. Going up to 90 when you just sat there is quite high.
Yeah, it is high. It is. Mine's a lot higher, but I think that's down to ADHD medication, to be honest.
Yeah, but you also do move around a lot. You do a lot.
Oh, I know. I didn't realise actually until, so I told you that I was getting a personal assistant. So she started last week, and I did a brain dump. And I think that's causing me a bit more busyness, because in order to have someone help you, you've got to spend quite a bit of time, haven't you?
You've got to go over everything that you do, which then becomes a real stress, and then you've got to let go. And I think that's stressful as well, letting go, because especially when you're like me and you, because we are similar in this way, that we like to have control of stuff, don't we?
Yeah, and I think it's learning of what to let go of and what to hand things over to. And I'm really lucky because she knows me very well already. So there's a lot of things that I can go, you know what, I've 3/4 of the way through this and I got bored. Can you finish it? Do you know what I mean? I've changed this that many times. I can't bear to look. I don't even know what it says anymore. It just needs putting on this document kind of thing. So that's been really good. But a lot of adjustments this week for me, and I do feel kind of I think I'm going to escape in the van this weekend on my own with George. I think I'm going to go somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
And it was nice to see you last night. I did a sound bath last night. That always causes a bit of stress on the run up. But your Sam and Leah came to the sound bath last night, which was really lovely. Yeah.
Speaking of hairy people, was that?
Oh my gosh, no, that wasn't. But it can kick us off, can't it?
It can, yeah. Sam's a very bearded man, isn't he? Very bearded.
He is a very bearded man.
Been big with a beard before, though. It's actually quite tame at the minute. It doesn't look so Grizzly Adams at the minute. It's it's quite tame, but still a big beard. And I often joke with him, I don't know how funny he finds it, but he's 13 years younger than me, so the beard has to stay. One, I don't want to look like his mother ever. And that's not because I don't like his mother. I mean, I don't want to look old enough to be his mother. Which I don't, by the way. I'm just going to add that caveat. But B, he looks like a baby tortoise without.
Yeah, I bet it's so weird. Like, you actually met Sam before he had a beard, so you know what he looks like before.
He had a stubble.
Did it? Because
He's always had like a goatee or facial hair. There's only been a handful of times he's gone bald-faced. And the funniest one that sticks in my mind, Abel was little, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4. And Sam shaved it off, and he was actually working away for a week. So the idea was that he was going to shave it off, go away for a week, and then by the time he came back, it would have grown back enough that I'd be all right with it. Yeah. And Abel just took one look at him and went, "Oh, Daddy, you look creepy."
It must be weird for kids, though, actually, to see them change so much. But I have heard of people like getting married and to people with beard, falling in love with somebody, they've got a beard, they get married, and then they take it off. And actually, they've not really seen them without the beard. And they're like,
it's weird. I mean, my dad used to periodically get a beard and then not have a beard. And I really loved him without it. And then it took me ages to get used to him with it. But then when he shaved it off, I wanted it back again.
Yeah.
I think we do just learn to...
Do you know what? This has just triggered a memory, right? And I reckon anybody our age might remember this moment. But the biggest hair shock of somebody shaving like facial hair when we were kids was Kevin out of Coronation Street.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember? Like, he had a moustache forever and ever.
Yeah.
Kevin Webster, and he shocked the nation with shaving his moustache off.
What do you think of facial hair on men?
On men. Why did we have to clarify?
We'll talk about women in a minute. We're not quite there, are we? But, we'll talk about that in a minute. Go on, men.
You know what? I've never actually really thought about it. I was going to ask you that. So
I'll answer it because I'm asking you the question with my preconceived answer already in mind. So I generally don't like facial hair much. Generally, I love it on my husband, and I wouldn't want him to get rid of it. But for example, I hope Ash isn't going to be listening to this, but my PT every year does Movember, and I can't bear it. I can't go. I can't. No. I can't stand it.
No, I'm not a lover of November.
Like, why do you want that dirty slug on your face?
No. And then people, like, they've started, like, twisting them and doing all, like, different things. But, yeah, I'm not a lover in November when everybody decides to grow these, like, crazy mustaches. And we did grow up, like, I can see Alex's face now. Like, we did grow up thinking that was, like, a bit, like, pervy, paedophile. Yeah, like, why is that? Why do we have that impression?
I think it's just old films, like all 8, not that I know this, but all like 80s and 90s porn and stuff like that. It always had those.
Not that I know. Yeah, actually thinking about it. Yeah, like porn star mustache.
Yeah, like porn mustaches. And also we had our local police officer, which I think we mentioned last time on the podcast.
Yeah.
And he had like a big handlebar mustache, which that sort of gave him a bit of an authority. So I think it depended on the type of mustache as well.
Yeah, and like when you look at old war photos, I don't really like their mustaches.
Do you think that's because of Hitler's mustache, though?
No, because I weren't thinking of German ones. I was just thinking of
he's not German, is he? Was he Austrian? Was he Austrian?
I have no clue.
No, I'm not
really bad.
I think he was Austrian. But yeah, he had...
Wish you wouldn't direct them questions at me. Like, why, like, really? Why would you ask me that?
Don't know.
I don't.
I don't know. I've had a really brain foggy week this week. So honestly, if this episode, if I forget what I'm saying mid-sentence, promise you this morning I've already lost the whole laptop. And I've brought it in already, and the iPhone plug base that I plug my light in on, already lost them. I lost my train ticket at the weekend about 10 times, so I'm having a bit of a weird brain foggy moment. So maybe me asking you this is just brain fog. So what about facial hair on women then, right? Are we ready for this stage of life, do you think, Liz?
No. No,
I feel like I'm not going to get it, and I know it's going to happen, but I feel, like when you thought you'd never go through menopause, do you remember?
Yeah, I'm going back to that. I'm going to...
I did go back to it. I came off all my HRT and everything, but I've just been for a blood test actually because I feel very tired. Yeah, and I'm like, could you just test my testosterone and estrogen? So testosterone, mustaches, not feeling it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Have you ever had to wax your tash?
Oh no, right. Actually, yeah and no.
And no on this.
I didn't think I had to, but then when I went to, when it come up on Things That Piss Us Off episode and the eyebrow people that talk over my face, that was a moment there where there was like, I feel like I look really crooked today, actually. I don't know why.
You don't.
But when I went for my eyebrows once and she was like, your mustache? And I was like, what mustache? You want your top lip doing? I think she'd said top lip actually, but I obviously heard mustache. I heard you've got a big hairy mustache and we must take it off right now.
So did you say yes, please?
Well, no, the first few times I thought cheeky cow. Like no, I just thought they wanted more money. Anyway, I did start thinking that I might need it a little bit. So last time,
I think.
Oh, do
not you? Not you.
Oh, I feel like I would feel them now.
But I've always had little fine hairs on the top.
I think like, we do have that. Like that is part of life, isn't it?
Well, the only places that aren't hairy apparently are the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. That's the only places that you don't have any hair, I'm sure.
Do you know where hairs really piss me off?
Where?
On toes. Big toe.
I think we should say that we're doing an episode on hair today.
Yes, we are doing an episode on hair. See, we fooled you. You thought we were going to talk about hair on your head, but we're not. We're talking about mustaches. And, like my big toe sometimes gets hairs on it. And I always remember the first time I knew that you could even get hairs on your toes. And I was out with my mum, we was at a barbecue, and my mum had noticed it on her toes. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, hair on your toes? Like, what the hell? That's so weird. And now, so I always have to shave my toes before.
Oh, have you ever taken the skin off your toe, shaving a toe?
No.
Oh, I have. Oh, it kills and it bleeds so much.
Shaving cuts do bleed a lot, though. I remember playing as a kid, like pretending to shave my legs because I always wanted to be so much more grown up than I was. And the cover were on the razor, and I did like my shin and cut it, and it bled forever. It felt like
I'm not a very hairy person, so like I have never shaved my arms, and honestly, you cannot see a single hair on my arms. It's so weird.
I don't shave my arms. Like that is a lot. If I remember seeing Beth and. Like, she'll kill me for naming her actually for that. But I remember her like shaving her arms. I'm like, why are you doing that? Because they're just going to grow back thicker. That's all I ever heard.
Fallacy or not, but I remember I just said, I've just told a lie because I said I've never shaved my arms. But actually, the first thing I ever shaved was my arms with my dad's razor, right? So I was about 11 or 12 and experimenting. And I remember shaving my arm. My mum said, why have you done that? You'll end up with thick hairs on your arms. And I think, this is my opinion, I remember like my kids going through a hairier stage, sort of early, 11, 12. But I think you do. I've got a theory about this. I think when you're hitting puberty, you get a hairy phase before all your hormones balance out and then get rid of it. Do you like if you use a certain testosterone or estrogen, you get different balances in your body chemistry? And I think body hair is one of them. So I feel like 11, 12, you go through a bit of a hairy phase while your estrogen and testosterone balance out, and then it falls out and goes because, I've not got it.
Right, yeah. So that's where like young girls are noticing like hair on their arms and stuff.
Yeah, I do think, and I'll tell you what I love. Is this just me? I love an ingrowing hair.
No, why?
I love to pick it out and then it's well long, and I get a tweezer and I pluck it slowly and see how long it is.
You know what, Alex? I don't think I've ever had one.
Oh, you're missing out.
I don't think I ever have had an ingrowing hair.
I've only had a few, but I love them. They get like it's gross.
Where have you had them?
I've had them on my bikini line.
Yeah.
I think that might be it, actually.
Oh, so you've had like a right good... I get why it would be
you
quite
sort of
like...
scrape the top off so it pops out and then you get the tweezers and pull it slowly. It's so satisfying.
You know, there's videos that people watch on like TikTok and stuff of that. You know, like...
I don't like other people.
Just growing hairs and spot like they pop yellow heads and stuff.
I love it.
And people watch it.
Yeah, I don't want to watch other people's. That turns my stomach. I can pick mine, any of my kids, if they wanted me to. I could definitely pick Sam's and I would love doing that. I have done. And Spots, any of them. I know I'm a bit gross, but yeah, love it.
I struggle a bit more with stuff like that. Rob were peeling a bit after our holiday and he'd asked me to put some cream, you know, on his back. And yeah, because then what I'd done, because he was like, you can peel it if you want. And I was like, no. Like,
I'd have been at it.
Obviously, other exes may have peeled his back for him, but I will not be doing that.
I would have done. I'd have got hold of it and been trying to peel it off in one sheet.
No, and then I put some cream.
I'd do that to Rob, even though he's not my boyfriend.
Well, you can come round and do it next time because I am not into that. I did not like. My Olivia loves doing stuff like that. Like she loves like cleaning ears out and stuff.
Oh yeah, me too.
She's bought like them little like microscopes, you know, where you can.
I'd love that. I get it off. But me and her are like spirits.
Do you think you can get addicted to cleaning your ears out? Because I think because you shouldn't use earbuds, should you? But
you're not supposed to clean your ears too often because it is a natural lubricant and it's there. As much as people don't like wax, it is there to trap bacteria and trap dirt and dust to stop it going down your ear canal. So you should have a certain amount.
I know, but I do like to use an earbud. I like that.
I know.
I've got through phases of doing that.
Have you ever had, let's go back to ears, let's go back to hair. Have you ever had a weird random hair grow from somewhere and you don't know why it's there, where it is, or it's too long or anything like that?
Like, no, I haven't. I know growing up, my mum has like a mole and she's always had to pluck this mole because her hair grows out of it. And Bethany, bless her, she's been called out on the hair episode. And she's so not hairy. It's because she never lives with me, so I know all these things. But she's also got a mole, which she has to pluck. Her hair grows out of it. But I've not really got... The randomest place is like probably my toes.
Do you have a monobrow?
Yeah, I have to have my eyebrows done. Like, if I didn't, I would have like full monobrow. So no, I don't have a monobrow for you listeners because I go to the annoying lady that talks over me.
Gets rid of a moustache.
Yeah,
I cannot. Well, I've not plucked my eyebrows for years, and I don't get anything in the middle.
Do you not?
Nothing.
Is it just bald, full bald?
Yeah, just bald and all tall. That's fine. I can't see it. And even underneath, I only get the odd one or two tiny stragglers.
Oh no, my eyebrows there, look, they're quite thick and I don't do anything other than get them threaded. So they do grow I do have to keep on top of them. And I remember, the first time I ever had it done. So it must have affected me as a teenager because I had them done when I was quite young. I had them waxed. Oh no, she plucked them. And it was the most painful experience I'd ever had. And I'd probably still say to this day it was. My eyes were straight. It was so painful.
Oh, I do pluck mine if I need to. The weirdest thing I've ever had hair-wise is a hair, I don't even know where from, because it was blonde. But it must have landed on me and rerouted on my stomach. And it was so long, I'm not even joking, it was about 5 centimetres long. And I thought, oh, what's that? And I tried to wipe it off and it wouldn't come off. So I pulled it and it was a bit like a pink. I was like, oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, and it wasn't mine because it was blonde.
What?
A blonde hair from somewhere rerouted on me, yeah.
No, hold on a minute. Rewind. Yeah. somebody else's hair.
I'm presuming it's someone I know, right?
Has rerouted in your belly.
On the left side of my belly, just above my belly button. It was 8 years ago, years and years ago. And I just went to wipe because I thought, oh, there's a hair on me. But it was long, about 5-6 centimetres, enough that I could wrap my finger in it and pull it, and it pinged. It was actually stuck on me. So either it was sticky and stuck on me, or it was actually in my skin. I don't really know.
Right, you're the scientist one out of us two here now.
Well, they can reroot.
So somebody else's hair can reroot in somebody else's body?
Any hair with a root on it can reroot on somebody, yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
It's gross. It's not
well,
weird.
Then is that how they do like hair treatment? You know, like
I don't really
that's
know
a big
about
thing now, you know. There's like a lot of men having that now where they're having hair implants.
What, right, yeah. This is a weird, disgusting hair one. Have you ever found hair in your food?
Oh, yeah.
Have you found any that's not yours?
Yeah, probably at restaurants and stuff like that. Yeah. Why does it go through us so much? Like,
it's disgusting because hair's like, to me, hair's like a bit unhygienic and personal. I mean, my hair's not unhygienic because I wash it, but not everyone does. Some people just have dead, smelly looking hair, don't they?
No.
They do. You can't say no. You look at some people and you think,
if I know anyone that has smelly looking hair.
Have you never looked at anyone and thought your hair could do with a wash?
I don't know.
I feel like it's usually men.
Do you?
Yeah.
What, where they've grown it long or like dreadlocks, that type of look?
No, because I don't think that necessarily looks dirty and smelly. I mean, like, sometimes it just looks greasy and yeah. I've got a thing about hair.
I can imagine a greasy-haired man, but I don't know whether I've just seen that on TV.
Well, exactly. But even that, you don't want hair from someone, and especially not if it's not a head hair.
Yeah,
you don't want a chest hair or
chest hair. I could think of a few greasy chefs. I knew a greasy, awful chef, and I'd have hated his hair in my food.
In fact, worse, or if he's like pubes fell in it.
What? How would that happen, though?
Pubes
are not falling somebody else's meal. Like, they'd have to be cooking it naked.
Or fiddling around in the pants and they get them on the fingers.
You have had some terrible hair experience.
No, that one hasn't happened to me. I've just heard. I have had hair in my food. In fact, only 2 weeks ago, I was eating an ice cream, licking an ice cream, and there was a hair popping out of it, but I think it was a cat hair.
Oh, yeah.
It made me go, oh, like, and worse still when you take a bite and there's actually a hair in your mouth and you pull it out and
it just goes on forever.
And you absolutely know I mean, I've always had short hair my whole life, and this big long hair comes out and you think, what the hell? Whose is that fucking thing? That is not nice. That awful feeling of it, like in your throat, even like it's shut up. Shut up. It's so disgusting. It is so. Have you ever tried laser treatment? No, I've literally, the only things I've ever done is I've nared or waxed my top lip. Yeah. I have shaved, and that's my go-to. And I've had my eyebrows waxed. I've never even had my legs waxed. No, I've not. That just seems like it'd be too painful having your legs fully waxed. Like I've got quite sensitive skin. So everything waxed off. Everything, like the works. What's everything then? Every amount of body hair you can think of goes. So like underarms, legs, eyebrows, lips, as in shaping your eyebrows, top lip, pubic hair, the lot, and legs. Is that not just really painful though? I don't know. I walked in once. My second cousin used to be a waxer, and I walked in once to find her. Legs akimbo, having a beaver waxed. Oh! Honestly. So I was like,
I tried laser hair once because, you know what, in truth, I hate the fact that I've got to shave. I hate it. One of the best things of when I was single was that I didn't have to shave as much because, I hate it. I literally hate it.
I hate it. And you know, Sam's biggest bugbear is hairy women. Sam cannot stand hair on women.
There's a lot of women now embracing the underarm hair.
If I grew my underarm hair, I'm not even joking, he'd be like disgusted.
What would you think to that? Not
About
him,
what?
like underarm hair.
Oh, I don't want it. No.
I don't.
To me, it's not attractive, but that's because we've been conditioned that way. It's like,
it is.
Yeah, it's just not attractive at all.
It's definitely conditioning. And
Can I just show you something? And I'm going to show everybody who's watching something. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this.
Are you showing his beard?
No, I'm just showing his face and I'm not sure what it's about. Hold on. Can you see him?
Just hear this outrageous nonsense.
He's saying he's hearing outrageous nonsense. Is it about you not liking body hair? Can you just... Do you like...
No.
There you go. He doesn't like it, no.
I don't care if I don't like it.
What did he say?
He said, yeah, but you don't care that I don't like it.
I know, but that coming from a very hairy man.
I know,
Like does Sam have a hairy body?
Not really.
I imagine that men with big hairy beards have hairy armpits and hairy chests.
Yeah,
and hairy backs, you know, like here.
No, he's not like that. He's not like particularly hairy. He's got hair in the places like chest, legs, underarms, a little bit on his upper back, but he's not like a rug man. I once went swimming, and honestly, and this happens to me a lot as well, which is weird, and I hate being judgmental, but it's a fact. If I'm ever in the swimming pool and somebody with like hair that gets that there's that much hair that when it gets wet, it goes slick to the body.
Yeah,
I can't stand it. And
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Like a yeti swimming next to you isn't what you...
No, I know exactly what you mean, and I don't like that. But I don't like you said, we've definitely been conditioned as women to not find hairy armpits and stuff attractive, and it annoys me sometimes because I hate shaving, but also I don't like the feel of it on myself. So do you know what I mean? Like if my legs get to a certain stage, like now
I don't like that.
I can feel a bristle.
Yeah, I don't mind the bristle bit, but when it goes beyond that and it's like long, I don't like that. But I tell you, but I tell you what I hate even more than that, the grow back stage. If you ever do your...
Oh, I hate that. The itchiness as well.
Yeah, you have to walk around like you've got permanent thrush.
I know, it's so itchy, the grow back stage. Like, I hate
That's why I don't like doing mine. Honestly, it's not that I don't like doing it or I can't be bothered. It's the itchy stage.
I've never found a comfortable, like, level of what down there should be. Like, I've never...
With the fashion, like, I asked somebody this. I asked someone young, and it is all off now, apparently. Get rid of the lot. I'm so unfashionable. I'm like an 80s woman.
Yeah, what I've done is I got a bit scared to do the lot, so I left myself with like a bit of a landing strip. But then, like, I'm like, is that in? Is it not in? Like, how do you know? Unless you look
care, as long as like you and Rob are happy with it.
Yeah, but it's not a conversation we've ever had, to be honest.
Oh, I do. I ask Sam all the time.
Like what? What do you ask him?
Like, how would you like it?
Yeah, I do. And what's his answer? Does he go through different phases?
Want to know his real answer?
Yeah.
Just not looking like a rat.
Oh!
Oh, that is what he says. That is what he says. So I don't think he has like a real preference as long as it doesn't ever look like a rat.
Oh, yeah, I just try and keep like...
I don't believe mine looks like a rat. But
yeah, I'm glad...
When I share anything, I'm getting comments about... Somebody sent us a comment about the roadkill or something, and I swear, like, that was a joke. I'm quite proud of my nether regions.
Roadkill and rats. That's it now. Whenever you go out and about, if people have listened to the podcast, they might be like that to the hubby. You know, like when people
That's
see
the woman with the dead rat in her pants.
Yeah, they'll be like, see her over there with that cleavage. Her fanny looks like roadkill.
dead rat. Road-killed rat. But I promise you it doesn't, right? When I talk about these things and I say them, it is for shock effect. That's it.
It's not real. It's not real. Nothing she says is real. Don't listen.
Some of it's real.
Don't listen to her. Right, let's talk about hair. Do you find that you're hairier over 40?
Well, it depends where you're talking about, if I'm honest, because I've got now genuinely I am thinning on my head hair, but I think that happened after having miscarriages in my 40s. I think the pregnancies in my hair, and I've struggled to grow it back thicker, but I've always had very fine hair. So I take biotin now to thicken it up, and that seems to be working. But generally speaking, am I hairier? No, not yet.
You know what? Let's talk about your hair, actually, because you've been on a little bit of a curly journey. Hair that was all mixed up and said wrong, but you have been on a curly hair journey. That's what I mean. And I absolutely love your hair at the moment, and I think it's been the best thing that you've ever done. When I look back at our old podcast images and stuff, and how so your hair was really short and and
fine.
And really straight, like it looks straight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It every day. Yeah.
But the difference now, and I do love, do you prefer it like this?
I do now. It took me a little bit of time, and I think the thing was because I didn't believe it was actually properly curly. I thought it was just curly on the ends through forced scrunching, but actually it grows from the root curly.
Well, you've trained it as well, haven't you? That's
Yeah. So now I do. It's a lie that it's easier to look after.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I did used to wash my hair nearly every day and then dry it and straighten it, which was hard work. So now I don't have to do that. I wash it maybe twice a week. But you do have to freshen it up every day. And when you do wash it, like it's due a wash now, and if you can see as I pick it up at the back, it clumps together. So it knots together. You have to untangle it quite a lot. So you get quite a lot of hair coming out. But it's not really hair coming out. What's happened is that the hairs fall out from the root and collect in the curls. So when you wash it, it feels like you're going bald.
Ah, right.
The hairs that you would normally lose every day are only coming out twice a week. So you get a handful. It's quite scary, actually. But once you learn that's normal and everybody's getting it, it's fine. Yeah,
I love it. So when was the last time you straightened your hair?
I know the date. It was the 5th of November.
Bonfire night.
2023.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's crazy, isn't it? That's gone really quick, actually.
Yeah, 2023. So it'll be 3 years this November.
Yeah. Do you find that your hair...
No, that's not right. It's either 22 or... It's either 3 years this November or 2. I can't remember. 23 or 20. It could even be 22.
No.
I think it's 22.
No way.
Shall I look? Let's settle this because I've got it in my phone. I know the event. Just 1 minute. So I'll scroll back. Let's have a look. Definitely November.
Because you'd gone for a walk, hadn't you? And somebody else was there that had done it.
Yeah. So I can tell you now, I had straight hair in the summer of 22. Hold on. I'm coming up to November. Yeah. It was, in fact, the 5th of November, 2022.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so it'd be 3 years this November, not 2.
I love that. Like if anyone heard, which they actually will, but like I'm going, wow.
Wow.
No, straightened your hair for that long. No, that's really cool.
It's
And
really long as well now, even though I've had it
lovely.
cut. Like it looks short because of the spring in it, but actually it's kind of mid. It's quite long.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. Isabella's got curly hair, so I just got her some curly girl stuff because so she can keep it that way.
But you've got curly hair, haven't you?
Yeah, more wavy, I would say. So if I just wash and leave it, it goes quite wavy, curly. Yeah.
But do you like it curly or not, or is it just what you?
I don't know. Just sometimes I'll like curl it with the straighteners and do that kind of like look. You know what my favourite hair is actually when I do is when I'm usually out camping on my second or third day where I've not washed it and say I've been for a dip and just the bits at the bottom have got wet. So it's like, it is quite curly there, but it's not frizzy because it needs washing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's like my favourite point of my hair, like bit beach hair. Like I'd have good hair.
Mine's wash day. The very first day I wash it is my favourite because it holds really nicely. What do you think, right? What do you think of comb overs on men?
No, absolutely.
Why would you have that flappy bit of hair? Just shave it off.
You know what? I do get why they want to keep onto it, though, hold on to it. I do. I feel like if I was a guy that was bald, I would have a comb over because, like, I feel like you could tell yourself that it wasn't as bad as it looks.
Yeah. Do you know why I find it really shocking? More shocking than seeing girls that I went to school with when I see boys that I went to school with and they've gone bald.
Yeah, and a lot of them go bald like really young as well.
It's really common, and I find that really shocking. Not horrible, but it's like, oh, where's your hair?
Yeah, I find it shocking when you see like lads that you went to school with that are men, like middle-aged men, like you say, either bald or like they look. I don't even know how to explain it.
Middle-aged.
They look like middle-aged men, and I'm like, oh my God, it like hell. And then I think, are they looking at me like that? Are they also looking at me going, because you don't see it in yourself the same. So they're like, oh my God, Lisa Marshall, so we're at school, is a middle-aged woman.
I know, you do wonder what people think of you, don't you? Sometimes it's fleeting, but yeah.
Yeah, and then I see other people that don't look like that, and I think, and what's really weird is I could see somebody that was a lad from school, and I'd say to like one of the kids, like, I used to go to school with him, and they'd be like, no way, he looks so old. And I'm like, no, he doesn't. But I can see the young lad in that middle-aged man's face.
I'm not going to name this person, but I remember seeing a lad that was in my year at school at your wedding and being really not recognising him. And that we were in our 30s then, and I was quite shocked by what he looked like. I was like, oh, not bad. Just didn't look like him because he'd had like really big curtains and stuff when we were at school and he had no hair.
Yeah, that was a thing when we were teenage. Curtains were like, I loved, like, I remember Shane out of Home and Away, Dieter Brummer. He had the best hair. He had these he used to go out with a girl on Home and Away called
Angel.
Yeah.
You used to do your hair like her.
I used to plait my hair. Like, I still actually do that. I do that. But yeah, I loved Angel and Shane, but he was so fit with his curtains.
Well, have you looked at him back? Have you gone back and looked at him?
You know what? I did actually look. It come up on something not that long ago, you know, like what they look like now. And I'm pretty sure he's still fit.
But what do you think he was still fit as a youngster?
Yeah, it was. Well, no, because I think, look, he's young there. Like I have to put myself in my young mind to think that. Otherwise, I feel like that's just really wrong. Do you know what I mean? But, like, you know what I look back in, and this is probably really middle-aged. I'd think, like, I see why I thought he was fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, but yeah, I love
that light on there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it is. It must be off my iPad.
Oh, right. It's
Or
like
off a window.
your throat chakra.
It is. Oh.
But yeah, do you think it makes a difference, your hair? Does it change your mood?
Yeah, 100%. So like if I'm having a really good hair day, I think I look nice. And if I'm having a bad hair day, I can literally just think I look awful today, and it can just be my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You?
Sorry, I heard a big bang upstairs and I think something's fallen off something. Yeah, it definitely changes. It's usually, if I'm honest, around time of the month when nothing goes right. You know, when you get that time and I can get up in the morning and put on about 5 different outfits and I'm literally just going to work, but I feel like everything's horrible. Like it don't fit right and you just feel awful. And that's usually when I feel like that with my hair. But I hate my hair up. I never really. I don't
wear it up, do you really?
No, which is really annoying because, you know, when I'm at the gym and it's sweaty and disgusting, like really, I should just put it up.
Yeah.
I end up like.
Yeah, I don't wear mine up very often. I have today, weirdly. I've got 2 clips in it, just holding it back. Just
I could do it like that, like you've got. I think that's nice. In fact, I had it like that last night, you know, just like the top bit up a little bit. But yeah, I don't know why. And I like it when my girls wear their hair down as well.
Sam loves my hair up.
Does it?
But you know what? I used to, my mum always
Sam
said
sounds like you'd have you completely bald.
No, we wouldn't. But yeah, my mum used to say that I suited my hair short, and I wonder whether I just have a face shape that looks all right when my hair's up. Don't know.
Well, I don't think you should take advice off your mum for hair, if I'm honest.
Let's tell that. Go on.
Alex's mum cut my hair once when we were teenagers. Did she
was a hairdresser
on it? I feel like she
didn't put a bowl on it, but it did look like she.
Well, everybody said to me that they thought I'd had a ball put on my head to have it cut.
It did look like
terrible. I've had some awful haircuts.
My worst haircut was just before I'd met Mike, and I had hair probably a little bit shorter than this, and I was quite happy with my hair at the time. And I went into Rochdale for a haircut because I was going down to see him for the first time because we'd met on holiday, so I'd not seen him. And she cut it, and it was from, say, just below chin length, and I asked for a trim, and I swear to you, she cut it up to my nose.
I don't know why. Some hairdressers are sauces are happy, aren't they? Like, I've had some trauma.
Yeah, and then like, what do you think? And I was just like, yeah, thanks. And then I went home and cried.
Do you know, I can go as far back as being a young teen. I used to mess with my hair all the time. And I feel like it's now I've learned about my ADHD. I think my hair has a lot to do with ADHD and how much I've changed it. I always remember getting on a bus home from school and this guy calling me a chameleon. He's like, "You're like a bloody chameleon, you," because I always had a different coloured hair from as young.
Thing though, wasn't it as well? Because I know you and me both used to get those wash in, wash out sachets all the time.
Yeah. So the first ever one that I did was probably your colour now, actually, what your colour is. That was the first time I coloured it. Before that, way back, I used to use Sun-In. Did you ever? I used to I always wanted blonde, long hair, always. So I used to put loads of Sun-In on it. I had a traumatic perm when I was 8 by my auntie who hates me, right? And I'm sure that is why she did it. So she took me, she said to my mum, "Can I get Lisa's haircut for her birthday?" I don't know why. She'd never even bought me a birthday gift, I don't think. So she literally picked me up to take me to the hairdresser to sabotage me. I came back, she'd got it permed. So imagine I was literally 8 or 9. And I remember going to school the next day. So it looked all right when I was there after it had just been done. Woke up in the morning. It was worse than a big poodle, like the biggest poodle hair you've ever seen. And just got sent to school. And I'm going, "I can't go like this. I cannot go." "Oh, you'll be fine. you'll be fine, get in the car. Got sent to school and I had to put my hood up. But I'd already got trauma with my coat because everyone said it looked like a bin liner. My mum, if she listened...
Oh, yeah, you told that story, didn't you?
Beautiful, that coat. It was beautiful, paint and whatever. But I remember putting my bin liner coat over my poodle hair because I was that traumatised by it. And I think it took about a year and a half, 2 years before I found out about mousse and stuff that I could like tame the curls with. It was horrific.
From a very early age, because my mum was a hairdresser, I used to, my first hair memory, other than a perm, is having that cap on and having blonde streaks.
Oh, yes. Painful.
But they were short. Mine was short, so it didn't really hurt that much. But I had blonde streaks from probably being about 12. And then from being about 14, 13 even, I don't think I've seen the natural colour of my hair since.
No, I've not seen mine since then. I remember I had a hairdresser that used to come round to the house and she did mine and we didn't have any conditioner. Right. And I don't know how this happened either, but she had to pull that cap off my head.
Oh.
Can you please tell me why nobody in my house popped to the shop and just got some conditioner? Like,
just didn't do things like that. And also, normal shops didn't have stuff like that. You had to go to that Jackson's bargain corner.
Well, they should have gone because it was a really painful experience. I got bald patches in my hair once because I decided that I wanted it blonde and I went to changes in
I remember that. No, but I remember this happening. You were all day there, weren't you?
All day.
I was at your house waiting for you. I clearly remember this.
They just bleached it and bleached it and bleached it. I come out and it was yellow.
I remember I came in. Do you not remember? I actually came to see you in the hairdresser.
I feel like now you've said it, I have a vague recollection of you coming in and me sat there with it all on, Yeah,
I do. I remember you were all day and we were supposed to be going out somewhere in the evening together, probably just hanging around, but you were literally all day. That was mental. I've had a bald patch before where my next door neighbour, this is a chav story, are you ready? So, my boyfriend and her boyfriend were brothers. My boyfriend owed her boyfriend, his brother, a fiver.
Yeah.
She called on or something because we didn't have phones then. We were like 15, 16, 17 years old, whatever. Knocked on my door and said, "Can Craig have his fiver?" So Scott said, "Tell her no." And
you did so well at not naming names then, and then we've got...
Well, I'm not naming her. But anyway, she attacked me in her garden when I went round, because eventually I got it and I went and took it round. And it wasn't even mine. I don't even know why I was involved. So I said, "Here, if it means so much." And it was that set her off. She jumped out, attacked me, pulled my necklace off and pulled a massive clump of my hair out. I mean, like 10 pieces.
I see her at the gym. Do you want me to sort her out? Although I don't think I could, because she's well hard. She has got like... Yeah,
she was always the same. Yeah. Well, anyway, she pulled my hair out and gave me a bald patch.
What a pain.
It was so sore. But then I got mad.
I've had that.
But then I have this delayed reaction, don't I, me? Because I can't get angry on the spot. But I remember about half an hour later, I went and knocked on the door and like thumped her in the face.
That's cool though, that you get that from your mum.
I know, I was so mad. When I realised I'd got a bald patch, I was fuming. So I went round, knocked on the door and punched her. I remember we were rolling around the room fighting.
I feel like a delayed reaction's better. That's really good.
But we were proper fighting in the front room and her sister was like trying to separate us. It was awful. Anyway, that's back in my chav days.
I hated stuff like that. I wonder if that's because I was an only child. So I never really
I hated fighting.
I hated stuff like that. The only time, when you dream about punching someone, that's always weird, isn't it? And I feel like...
You can't do it, can you? It don't connect.
But I feel like when you actually punch someone, it feels like that anyway.
Yeah, it slows. It does. You're absolutely right. I've been in 2 fights in my life, none of which was started by me, one of which I had no choice but to defend myself in, and that one that I've just told you about. And both times I knew the people. So it was like I couldn't get the strength to...
Yeah, it's a weird feeling, isn't it? I've never done boxing or anything like that. Maybe I'll try it to see if it still feels like that. But I remember I got jumped once outside school when I was like 13, 14. And I remember waking up the next day and all my hair being like just going like that and just clumps of my hair coming out.
Horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that affected me more. It was just awful. And I think when you see that
losing your hair as a woman is a big deal. I mean, I know people and very close to me and family who've suffered from alopecia and things, as you know. And I think it's a really traumatizing thing as a female to be losing your hair. Whether that be through a cancer treatment or whether it be, because I know several people who've been through that, or whether it be alopecia, a condition, aging. I feel like it's a really traumatizing thing because your hair is part of your identity, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. And I completely agree with you, is that how bad is this? And how I feel like it's so vain to think that way. But that would be one of the things, if anything happened to me, that I'd be like, oh my God, I don't want to lose my hair. Like I would absolutely,
silly, isn't it?
Really
but it's
struggle with that.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, and I feel awful about this, right? But you know, like you say, and these videos make me cry so much on social media. But I watched one only last week, actually. And 2 girls had gone to the hairdresser and one of the girls just got the razor and went like that down the middle of her hair. And the other one was like, oh my God. And they'd gone for a friend who was getting her hair shaved because she'd got cancer, and her best friend just took the middle of her hair off and she did it for her. And it was such an amazing, like an emotional video that she'd done that for a friend when she didn't really need to. And then I go into thinking, I would fucking never do that for you, Alex. I'm so sorry. Like, I love you, right? And I'd be scared that in the moment that I would want to do it, but I couldn't. I don't think.
Can I just tell you, I would never ask you to or expect you to, because I don't think I'd do it for you either.
Oh, well, that's all right then. Thank you.
Do you know my mum? There's a common theme here about my mum. I once pissed myself laughing because she cut my sister's hair like a mushroom. But once she was cutting my hair with, years ago, you used to have it shaved up the back. There was like a phase where.
Oh, I've had that one.
And she caught the guard of the clippers onto the back of the towel and it come off, and she shaved a big 0 streak up my hair. I was in high school. And honestly, I had a bald patch there where she shaved it. I had to go to school like that. And again, why didn't she just then take it all from skin and then like pretend that that's what I wanted it like?
Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know what to do in that situation.
It literally a square patch, like a line up the back of my head. I've had other traumatising moments though as well. I've had a really traumatising pubic hair moment.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, do you want to hear it?
Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do.
So, same boyfriend, Scott, I was at his house and his mum and dad were really young when they had them all. So they were like 16 when they had his eldest brother. But they were under 40. Neither of them were 40. So they were kind of younger than I am now, which looking back was really young. And we were having a barbecue round at the house. So I reckon his dad must have been about 38 and I was 18. And I had little denim shorts on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and honestly, my boyfriend at the time was staring over at me trying to get eye contact, at which point he mouthed, look down. And honestly, my shorts had ridden across and half of my fanny was exposed.
Oh no. It's so traumatizing.
I never mentioned it. I just got up, walked off, and then was like, why didn't you come over and tell me? He said, what did you want me to do? My dad was looking right at you. I said, oh, well, maybe he didn't see. He was like, he definitely saw.
Oh, like you call people names on holiday. So like when I was younger, I remember going away with my mum and there was a couple and we called them Mr. and Mrs. White Teeth because they were so brown and they had these like bright white teeth. And on that same holiday, there was a Mrs. Hairy Fat Fanny because
Mrs. Hairy Fat Fanny. Oh, I've got them.
Mrs. Hairy Fat Fanny, because every time you looked over, like you could just see all of that with hairs. And that I was quite young when my mum must have come up with that name. Surely I wouldn't have done that age. But yeah, I think it must have made me always conscious about stuff like that.
It happened to us. We were in Crete about 3 years ago, and there was
Hold on,
couple.
I can still talk to you, but I'm just going getting my mail. It's just shouted me. I'm here, go on.
Here we go. Lisa's got a delivery. So
No, it's a normal mail.
well, why are you getting it? Why don't you just wait till after the podcast? Honestly.
They bought for Bethany, actually.
Yeah, but why do you need them now? You could have waited.
No, he just put them on the front of the door and said mail.
Oh, right. So anyway, we were on holiday in Mallorca, and this old couple who must have been well in the 70s. They'd struck up a few conversations with us on several days. They were lovely. And then one day we were sat at the bar and they came over, and she had half of her vagina hanging out of a costume. And Sam was like nudging me as if to say, look, he said, I couldn't look anywhere. He said, and all the grey pubes were hanging out.
Oh God!
How do you feel? I know you haven't got any grey hairs yet. Like, we'll get that one in there now.
Yes, thank you so much.
How do you feel about the potential and possibility of going grey?
Well, I've not had to think about it, so I do. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to cross that bridge when I come to it, because I'll struggle, especially with my colour hair now. It's like, I don't know what I'll do, to be honest.
I've got a little patch of grey that grows. If you can see the video, I've got it at the minute. It grows in the middle, a little tiny patch, but I have to constantly keep on top of 3 or 4 hairs there. Drives me insane.
Keep on top of them.
Do you know what? I'm not as bothered. I'm not that bothered about it now. I feel like if it was dark, I feel like I'd just put mascara on it.
Yeah, I get. You know, they have like the little sprays, don't they? And they have one. Yeah. I think I'd probably do that to begin with. I'm not. I just don't know. I've not thought about it. I've just watched a girl that we both know, actually, and she spent years growing. She's younger than us, and she had gone fully grey, and she spent years growing it out. At one point, I saw her, and she had half a head there, fully natural grey, and then all that bit was black because she used to dye it.
That was our Anita's fuck it moment a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, to just embrace it.
She's embracing it, yeah, and she's growing it all out at the moment and going fully grey. And I have to say, I saw her on Saturday and she looks absolutely beautiful.
I think it looks beautiful. And I actually messaged you to say,
yeah, she looks beautiful.
Anita looks, actually.
And she did.
Yeah. I saw that group picture, and I did. In fact, I should have messaged her to say it. She didn't instead of you. I don't know why, but yeah, she looked good. And I think the natural grey looks beautiful.
You have to be a certain grey, though, I think. You can't be like a mucky grey. I think you have to be a whitish grey to really pull it off.
Well, this is what I want to tell you. This girl was whitish grey. She's grown it all out, and the other day put on her Facebook, she's just dyed it. After years of growing it out, I'm like, oh my God. But I feel like, for me, maybe she was a bit too young
to go grey.
Yeah, but then is she, because it's natural? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not ready to go grey. I don't think I ever will be. I'm quite happy dyeing mine until I can't be arsed one day. But I'm having a brand new colour put on in a couple of months. So I'm literally going to go dark and have big pink streaks in it.
Okay.
And I can't wait.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Got it all lined up in a couple of months.
What's your reason for?
Just because I've only just used my hairdresser for the first time, and she's done the cut, and she wants to just do another cut and the colour at the same time. She wanted to get used to my hair a bit and stuff. So, but
see, my question there is coming from somebody that could not possibly wait months for that decision. Like, I'm very impulsive when it comes to hair.
Well, I wanted it last Christmas, if you remember, but I didn't get what I wanted. It was just dark, and like, she didn't put any bleach in it, which she should have done, and she said she should have done. But then at the time, she was like, oh no, I think it'll just go. Oh, give it a few days. And I wasn't happy because it just looked like brown hair with a little bit of red in the light. So what I actually want are these big kind of thick pinky, purpley streaks in it, which they do need to be bleached. But I want it for Christmas. So in answer to your question, it's a two-way thing. She said, give it another growth phase. And, secondly, I want it in time for Christmas. So
I love people with wild hair colours. I remember once I had a bob, where they go longer at the foot, like a concaved bob. That's what it was called. So I had one of them and it was really dark. And then underneath here, I had it bright purple and pink. So just when you went like that, I absolutely loved it. It was one of my favourite haircuts, that, and colours.
I've had some really good hair colours at times, like different colours through it and stuff. But I once had mine jet black and red streaks put through it, and I loved that. Bright red streaks.
I remember that phase. Was that like a Rihanna time as well? I think Rihanna
maybe. I was about 22 and I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, I've had some good colours. I've had some terrible colours. When I was saying before about the blonde, when it was yellow, I put a wash in, wash out because it was so yellow and I hated it. And it went bright pink when I was at school. And I had to have pink hair for ages. Again, I'm going to blame my mum. Why didn't you just let me get a brown hair dye to go over that? Like, I was so...
Well, weren't they? A lot of, they used to say, your hair will fall out. And I think it was a lot more harsh, the chemicals in it back then as well,
No,
because I remember being pregnant with Daniel and they wouldn't let me have my hair dyed.
Yeah.
I think it was different. I think things have changed.
I'm just going to I'm so sorry, my worst ever one, because I need to get it out of my body and my system, was actually not that long ago. It was but just before I'd stopped drinking. It was at the height of my drinking probably. And like a pastely pink had come into fashion and I loved it. So I'd got like blonde and then I went pastely pink. But then because I reckon it was ADHD, it weren't enough. So I'd go pinker and pinker and pinker. And then before I knew it, I was bright purple hair, like bright purple, like this pencil I'm holding up, or the bottom of our podcast
purple
video.
Of our banner, the purple of our colours, yeah.
Oh, it was so purple. And I look back at them at pictures, and I was so sad. And I feel like a lot of my hair decisions have been emotional decisions. So when I look back, I was at a really sad time in my life, and I can see, I wore a dress with unicorns on it and had purple hair. Oh. Like, I wasn't all right. I was not okay.
That's funny.
Don't know why nobody picked up on it.
Maybe there was nobody around and that's why you weren't all right and you were just doing it.
Yeah, maybe. But then like the other day I bought this lovely little necklace. And it's got all different colours and a little smiley face on it. And I love it, right? Anyway, I went into work the other day and I've got this necklace on and I had a toe ring on that I'd bought. I rocked up with all my bags and my sunglasses on. I look like something out of Abs Fabs, right? I swear to God, absolutely fabulous. Beth and Liv just looked at me, and then Liv looked at my necklace, and because it was all different colours and she knows about the purple hair thing, she was like, "Are you okay? What is going on?"
She's so perceptive anyway, though, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. She's a good one.
I've got to say, I can't believe we've talked for over an hour about hair, but we've managed it.
And we could go on.
I know. Are we? Have you got a fuck it moment this week, Lisa? Because that's what time it is. It's time
fuck it time.
Fuck it time. Yeah. Have you got any?
I think, let me have a think. You've got one. You said you had a small one. I think I've got a small one, but I forgot what I thought it was going to be.
Do you want me to do mine, or do you want to try?
Yeah, please. Yeah, because
so mine's a small one, but it's a significant one, and it's one I didn't know I needed. So, a couple of weeks ago you were off and so on, and I decided I wanted a week off. A week last Sunday, I was actually sat there thinking, shall I just not go in on Monday? Shall I just message all my clients and say I'm having a week off? So I didn't do that, but what I did do was took last week off, and I did it because I really, really needed it. And it was a little bit of a fuck it moment because it wasn't ever planned to be a week off. So I'm going with that one this time. Small but significant.
That's a good one. Mine's only a small one, actually. I have to check my calendar to see what I've done or what's ahead to know, to trigger my memory. But this morning, actually, I was at the gym and I've booked on Pilates for Thursday. Before the Pilates class, there's always a HIIT class. It's just half an hour. And I hate cardio. And I said to Nick today, my PT, and I was like, what do you think I'd think of that HIIT class? Because you know how much I hate it. And she was like, honestly, you should just do it. It'd be a really good way to get your cardio in. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. And I booked it. Realising, actually, I was thinking, oh, it's on Thursday. And then as I was going, I was like, right, see you later. She was like, I'll see you tomorrow. And I was like, tomorrow? She's like, yeah, the HIIT class and Pilates. I was like, yeah. So that was my fuck it moment. I booked on to a HIIT class. That's all. And I think that's it. And that's what we want to get across. It doesn't always have to be big things, does it? The idea is
it can be
yourself.
Yeah, and I guess it's like, in today's chat, it'd be really nice to hear whether you've had a bit of a fuck it moment. It might be that you decided to grow your grey in or grow your colour out, whiwhichever way around it is.
Or grow your armpit hairs.
Yeah, or you decided to embrace the new chin beard or,
yeah,
whatever it is. But yeah, give us an email, rewrittenpoduk@gmail.com.
Before we do go, we got an email, and I am loving getting these emails, so thank you so much. And don't think that you can't email again if you've already emailed, but I'm really enjoying getting them. So this one, I have promised to keep anonymous, but they emailed in, and we got so many emails about the knicker episode, by the way. Like the underwear one. Yeah, I think
it's all this one. Go on.
It's probably because of your roadkill. But they've just said, hi, Lisa and Alex, listen to 3 of your rewritten podcasts, and so far I'm enjoying them. I've just been listening to your underwear episode, though, and it sparked a memory, so I thought I would share. I'll keep it brief. I heard you, I got it. I wear a uniform for work, which I change every day. One day, though, I'd only been on a 2-hour training course, so I decided to wear the same uniform the day after. I got to my job as a community support worker, assisted an elderly man to get himself washed and dressed. I went downstairs to make him a brew while he followed down at his own pace. Next thing, I hear him shout from the hallway, "Are these yours, love?" Confused, I went into the hallway to find this little old man holding up my dirty knickers from yesterday in both hands. I think that's it. Are these yours, love?
Oh no.
To make things worse, they were old, scruffy, full briefs from Asda that I'd had for years. Mortified, I completely denied it. So he then put them on the radiator in the hallway in the hope that they belonged to another carer who would then claim them.
That's awful.
She said, I guess they were tucked inside the trouser leg from the day before and worked their way out and dropped out of the bottom of the leg in his house. I have no idea how long they were on that radiator for, but listen to this. She's gone, but I'd imagine not long being winter and the heating being on. I never went back to him, so I'll never know. Lesson learned, though, I always double check. Anyway, she said about keeping it anonymous, and then later she replied saying, although after listening to Alex's revelation about her 47-year-old after 3 kids' vagina, I guess this story's quite lame. Tame. Not lame, sorry. Tame.
Yeah, and I will now refer back to my original comment. It was a joke, right?
It's too far now, though, Alex.
I know. I'm going to be forever known as the roadkill vagina woman. There we go.
Yeah, we actually will. Oh, gosh, we've got to be so careful.
So that is it for today's hairy little chat. Thank you for listening, and share some stories with us. And if you want to support us, buy us a coffee, you can do so. Patreon.com/rewrittenpodcast. Don't forget to like, share, review, all your usual podcast platforms. Have I missed anything, Lise? Follow us on Instagram And TikTok.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram and just share, please. It's really important that if you've enjoyed it, please tell your friends about it. Please share our stuff. And like Alex says, go over to Patreon as well. And I will try and find a picture of my terrible purple hair and put it up. I'm not sure we're going to get one of Alex's vagina on there, but you never know.
Definitely not. Definitely
You could come and join Patreon and find out.
Not until it's definitely looking less ratty.
Well, yeah, thank you.
I think it's worth another big thank you to IPHM as well for sponsoring the episode and the season. We're very grateful. And yeah, do we know what next week's is on, Lisa? Have we got any ideas?
No, but actually, if anybody wants to send us some ideas as well, please do, because we're really happy to go into our own little world, aren't we, of whatever conversation. What do you want to be hearing about? Like we said, we wanted to be real and talk about midlife stuff. This is us in our midlife.
Can we talk about altering your appearance, surgery, Botox, and so? Should we do that next week?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I really love a good nitty-gritty chat about that next week.
Yeah, let's do that then. So we're talking about altering your appearance, surgery, Botox, all that shizzle. Yeah, thank you so much for being here with us. It's nice for us to have a chat, innit?
Yeah, it was a good catch-up, that one. I've enjoyed it.
I like that. Who'd have thought?
A bit hairy at times, but you know.
I was really trying to think of something funny and I couldn't. Right, bye guys.
Bye.